Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. My name is Amy, and I'm an ordained minister, and we are in Bible study. We are in the NIV, we are in the book of Numbers, and we are in chapter 21. And the last chapter had the death of Aaron, and the chapter before that, we had the death of, I think it was the chapter before that, or at the beginning of the chapter. Right. The chapter 20 had both Miriam and Aaron. Miriam died at the beginning. Aaron died at the end. Aaron died for his rebellion because they claimed the work of the Lord when they got lippy before Moses struck that rock in front of the Israelite community. Arad destroyed. Chapter 21, verse 1. When the Canaanite king Arad, who had lived in Negev, heard that Israel was coming along the road to Athram, he attacked the Israelites and captured some of them. Then Israel made a vow to the Lord. If you will deliver these people into our hands, we will totally destroy, the Hebrew term for this is irrecoverably, I'm saying that completely wrong, irrecoverably, I'm going to give up on that, giving things over or persons to the Lord, often totally destroying them. So like burning down everything, totally destroying them. We will totally destroy their cities. The Lord listened to Israel's plea and gave the Canaanites over to them. They completely destroyed them and their towns, so they named that place Hormah. Hormah means destruction. The bronze snake. They traveled from Mount Hor along the route to the Red Sea. That is really Hebrew is Yam Suf. Yam Suf. Yeah, okay, there's a Yam Suf, that's really the Sea of Reeds, not really the Red Sea. Those are two different locations. To go around Edom. But the people grew impatient on the way. They spoke against God, against Moses. Why have you brought us up out of Egypt to die in the desert? There is no bread, there is no water, and we detest this miserable food. Then the Lord sent venomous snakes among them. Oh, venomous snakes? I would be like, I take it back. They bit the people, and many Israelites died. The people came to Moses and said, we sinned. We spoke against the Lord and against you. Pray to the Lord that he takes the snakes away from us. So Moses prayed for the people. The Lord said to Moses, make a snake and put it on a pole. Anyone who is bitten can look at it and live. So Moses made a bronze snake and put it up on a pole. Then anyone who was bitten by a snake and looked at the bronze snake, he lived. It's an interesting approach. The journey to Moab. The Israelites moved on and camped at Oboth. They set out from Oboth and camped at Iyeabrim in the desert. That's Iyeabrim, in the desert that faces Moab towards the sunrise. From there, they moved on and camped at Zered Valley. That's Zered Valley. They set out from there and camped along the Arnon, Arnon, which is in the desert extending into Amorite territory. So a different potential person, like peoples to have battle with. The Arnon is the border of Moab, between Moab and the Amorites. That is why the book of wars of the Lord says, Waheb in Supah, and the ravines, the Arnon, and of the slopes of the ravines. So we got a footnote of E. They say the meaning for this is uncertain, at least at the time of this book's editing, for Supa. And then F, footnote of F is, I have been given from Supa and the ravines of the Arnon. Okay, and then like 2. Okay. That lead to the sites of Ar and lie on the borders of Moab. Like, so they're talking about a property boundary. From there, they continued to Beer, the well where the Lord said to Moses, gather the people together, and I will give them water. Then Israel sang this song. Spring up, O well. Like, no, I'm not going to sing it. Spring up, O well, sing about it, about the well that the princes dug, that the nobles of the people sank, the nobles with the scepters and the staff. Then they went into the desert of Mattanah, Mattanah, from Mattanah to Nahaliel, Nahallel, from Nahaliel to Bamoth, Bamoth, and from Bamoth to the valley in Moab, where the top of Pisgah overlooks the wasteland. Okay, so Bamoth, Bamoth, and then Pisgah is Pisgah. Okay, defeat of Sihon and Og. Israel sent messengers. So verse 21. Israel sent messengers to say to Sihon, Sihon, king of the Amorites, let us pass through your country. We will not turn aside into any field or any vineyard or drink water from any well. We will travel along the king's highway until we have passed through your territory. But Sihon would not let Israel pass through his territory. He mustered his entire army and marched out into the desert against Israel. When he reached Jahaz, Jahaz, he fought with Israel. Israel, however, put him to the sword and took over his land from the Arnon to Jabbok, Jabbok, but only as far as the Amorites, because their border was fortified. Israel captured all the cities of the Amorites and occupied them, including Heshbon and its surrounding settlements. Heshbon was the city of Sihon, the king of the Amorites, who had fought against the former king of Moab and had taken from him all his lands as far as the Arnon. So the people who had come in and captured Moab. Now, also to note, Moab, also from Esau. This is why the poets say, come to Heshbon and let it be rebuilt, the Sihon city be restored. Fire went out from Heshbon, a blaze from the city of Sihon. It consumed Ar of Moab, its citizens of Arnon's heights. Woe to you, O Moab! You are destroyed, O people of Chemosh. Chemosh. He has given up his sons as fugitives and his daughters as captives to Sihon, the king of the Amorites. But we have overthrown them. Heshbon is destroyed all the way to Dibon, Dibon. We have demolished them as far as Nophah, Nophah, which extends to Medeba, Medeba. So Israel settled in the land of Amorites. After Moses had sent spies to Jazer, Jazer, the Israelites captured its surrounding settlements and drove out the Amorites who were there. Then they turned and went up along the road towards Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, and his whole army marched out to meet them in battle at Edrei, Edrei. The Lord said to Moses, "Do not be afraid of him, for I have handed him over to you and his whole army and his land. Do to him what you did to Sihon the king of the Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon." So they struck him down together with his sons and his whole army, leaving no survivors, and they took possession of his land. So, battle formations, like sort of like battle droid Israel is assembled, the conquering is afoot. Until the next video, friends.